Having sex for the first time can feel like a big deal. It's a moment that many people look forward to, but it can also bring a lot of anxiety and uncertainty. You might have heard stories from friends or seen scenes in movies that make it seem like it should be perfect, but the reality is often different. It's a big step in a relationship. This step can signify a deeper level of intimacy and trust between you and your partner. It's a way to express your love and connection, but it's also okay if it feels a bit overwhelming. It's normal to have lots of different feelings. You might be excited about the new experience, but also nervous about the unknown. These mixed emotions are completely natural and part of the process. You might feel excited, nervous, or even a little scared. These feelings can come and go, and it's important to acknowledge them rather than push them away. It's okay to feel a bit of everything. All of these feelings are completely okay. It's important to remember that everyone experiences their first time differently. There's no right or wrong way to feel. Many people worry about getting it right. You might be concerned about whether you're doing things correctly or if your partner is enjoying themselves. These worries are common, but they shouldn't overshadow the experience. The truth is, there's no one right way to have sex. Every couple is different, and what works for one pair might not work for another. The key is to find what feels right for both of you. The most important thing is that you and your partner feel comfortable and safe with each other. This means respecting each other's boundaries and communicating openly about what you both want and need. Remember, you're not alone in feeling this way. Many people have the same concerns and anxieties. Talking to friends or reading about others' experiences can help you feel more at ease. Talking to your partner about your feelings can really help. Sharing your thoughts and concerns can bring you closer and make the experience more enjoyable for both of you. Honesty and open communication will make the experience better for both of you. It's important to be honest about your feelings and to listen to your partner's feelings as well. It's also perfectly fine to wait until you feel completely ready. There's no rush. And it's important to take the time you need to feel comfortable and confident. Don't let anyone pressure you into doing something you're not comfortable with. Your feelings and boundaries are valid, and it's important to stand by them. Your first time should be a positive experience, and feeling ready is a big part of that. Take your time, communicate openly, and make sure that both you and your partner are on the same page. This will help ensure that your first time is a memorable and positive experience for both of you. One of the biggest concerns people have about their first time is pain. It's a common fear that can cause a lot of anxiety and stress. Many people worry about how much it will hurt and if they will be able to handle it. Some women experience a little discomfort during their first time. This discomfort can vary from person to person. For some, it might be just a slight twinge, while for others, it could be a bit more noticeable. It's important to remember that everyone's experience is different. This is usually because the hymen, a thin membrane in the vagina, can stretch. The hymen can have different shapes and sizes, and it can be more or less elastic depending on the individual. Sometimes the hymen might tear slightly, which can cause a bit of pain or discomfort. However, it shouldn't be very painful. If the pain is intense, it might be a sign that something isn't quite right. It's crucial to listen to your body and not push through severe pain. If you do experience a lot of pain, it's important to stop and talk to your partner. Communication is key in these situations. Let your partner know what you're feeling and take a break if needed. Sometimes just pausing and relaxing can make a big difference. You can also try using a lubricant, which we'll talk about more later. Lubricants can help reduce friction and make the experience more comfortable. There are many types of lubricants available, so you can find one that works best for you. Another common worry is bleeding. The idea of bleeding can be quite alarming for many people, but it's important to understand that it's a normal occurrence for some. While some women bleed a little the first time they have sex, many don't. The amount of bleeding can vary greatly. For some it might be just a few drops, while others might not bleed at all. Both scenarios are completely normal. Bleeding doesn't mean you've done something wrong, it's simply a natural response of the body. The hymen might tear slightly, causing a bit of bleeding, but this is nothing to be worried about. It just depends on your body. Everyone's body is unique, and how it reacts can be different from person to person. The most important thing is to be gentle with yourself and communicate openly with your partner. Understanding and patience can make the experience much more comfortable and less stressful. Before you do anything sexual, it's absolutely essential that both you and your partner are fully consenting. Consent is the foundation of any healthy sexual relationship. It ensures that both parties are comfortable and willing to engage in the activity. Without it, the experience can be harmful and damaging. Consent means saying yes freely and clearly to any sexual activity. It's not just about the initial agreement, it's about ongoing communication. Both partners should feel empowered to express their desires and limits. This mutual understanding fosters trust and respect. It's important to remember that consent can be withdrawn at any time. Just because someone agreed to something initially doesn't mean they can't change their mind. Situations and feelings can evolve, and it's crucial to be attentive to your partner's comfort level. If either of you feels uncomfortable or wants to stop, that's perfectly okay. It's essential to create a safe space where both partners feel they can speak up without fear of judgment or pressure. This openness can strengthen your relationship and enhance your connection. Respecting each other's boundaries is crucial for a healthy and enjoyable sexual experience. Boundaries are personal and can vary greatly from person to person. Understanding and honoring these boundaries shows that you care about your partner's well-being and happiness. Talk to each other, make sure you're both on the same page. Open and honest communication is key. Discuss your likes, dislikes, and any concerns you might have. This dialogue can prevent misunderstandings and ensure that both partners feel valued and heard. Don't be afraid to say no or ask to slow down. It's your right to set the pace and decide what feels right for you. Remember, a respectful partner will always prioritize your comfort and consent. By being clear and communicative, you can create a more fulfilling and respectful relationship. Creating a relaxed and comfortable atmosphere can make a big difference. Choose a time and place where you feel safe and won't be interrupted. It's also a good idea to take care of basic hygiene. Showering or bathing beforehand can help you feel more confident and comfortable. Remember, feeling relaxed and prepared will help you enjoy the experience more. Don't rush into things. Foreplay is an important part of sex. It helps you get in the mood and feel more connected to your partner. Kissing, touching, and exploring each other's bodies can be incredibly pleasurable. Pay attention to what feels good for both of you. Communication is key during sex. Talk to each other about what you like and don't like. Don't be afraid to give each other feedback. Remember, the more you communicate, the better the experience will be for both of you. Section 6, protection is paramount. Preventing pregnancy and STIs. Before you have sex, it's crucial to talk about contraception. Contraception, like condoms, helps prevent pregnancy. Using condoms every time you have sex is the best way to protect yourselves from sexually transmitted infections or STIs. STIs are infections that can be passed from one person to another through sexual contact. You can get condoms at pharmacies, supermarkets, and online. It's a good idea to have condoms on hand before you need them. Section 7. What if it doesn't work? Sometimes things don't go exactly as planned during sex. For example, some men may have trouble getting or maintaining an erection. This is very common, especially during the first time. Don't panic if this happens. It's important to remember that it's perfectly normal. Stress and anxiety can sometimes affect erections. Talking to your partner and being understanding can help. If it continues to be a problem, you can talk to a doctor or healthcare professional. Section 8. After the first time, dealing with emotions. After having sex for the first time, you might experience a range of emotions. You might feel happy, relieved, or even a little sad. All of these feelings are perfectly normal. It's important to talk to your partner about how you're feeling. Sharing your thoughts and feelings can help you feel closer and more connected. Section 9. The bottom line: communication, respect, and enjoyment. The most important thing to remember about having sex for the first time is to be safe, respectful, and communicate with each other. If you do that, you can relax and enjoy this new experience with your partner.